Alright, so welcome back to Whitehouse Farm. Here's our Sterndrive right here. And if you haven't watched the video yet on making a Sterndrive holder, that's all it is. I used some scrap wood to build this, and it's really simple. And it works great for doing stuff like this, for changing out the impeller and all that. So, alright, without further ado, let's get on to this and start taking it apart and see what we got in here. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is go ahead and start draining this. And you're just going to use a regular flathead. And you're going to take out this screw up here and this screw down here. Just using a simple flathead. Start with the bottom and get this out. And don't forget about your, there's a little like O-ring with it, a seal to prevent the oil from coming out. Make sure you get that out as well. I'm really not even sure if there's anything in this. A little something. And if for some reason it didn't have drain screw seals for it, here they are right here, and there's the part number. And that's all they are. But I'm gonna get a pick in there and see if it's in there. Looks like part of an old one. Definitely needed to be replaced. Alright, now we can go ahead and remove this top screw right here. This will help it drain. And you can actually see the O-ring there on this one, the seal. Yeah, you can actually see that one right there. It's yellow. So the bottom one definitely needed to be replaced. Alright, while this is draining, we're going to go ahead and remove, there's 2 bolts on the bottom here, or 2 nuts. And we're going to go ahead and use a 5/8 to remove those 2. And then you got your anode here, which up top, once you pop a cap off here, this goes down in here, and that's a 3/8, so that needs to be removed. And then there's, once we get this off, there's one more bolt that goes up in there that we need to remove. And then this one right here. And then we can go ahead and loosen these up, but not all the way. We'll leave them a little bit on, and we'll knock this down to go ahead and separate it. Then we'll get it in our stand, and then remove both those nuts on each side. Alright, so we'll remove these 2 first. Alright, now we'll go ahead and remove that one. Now we can remove the anode. And now you can see that other bolt up there that we got to remove, and that's a 8mm. Yeah. All right, so now that we got all those out, we can go ahead and loosen up these two nuts. There's one here and there's one here. All right, once again 5/8. So we'll go ahead and loosen these up. All right, sometimes you gotta tap on this with like a rubber mallet or something, but this is actually slipping down. Look at, you can see daylight through there. So we'll let this finish draining here, and then we'll go ahead and put our stand under here, and then we'll go ahead and pull the top off. But yeah, you can see it's already split, so we don't need to whack on it. It's gonna come apart nicely. And we can also inspect the inside and see what the impeller looks like and everything else, and go from there. Hopefully everything looks good. I mean, we are doing the impeller change anyway, so I mean, you should do that every 1 to 2 years, because they do wear out. And like I said, I'll show you some tips and tricks to get them in there without having to struggle, and also where to grease up everything in there. That way everything goes together good and works nice and smooth for you, and you have no dry starts with the impeller. Alright, so that's almost done draining here. Let's go ahead and get it in our holder over here, and we'll go ahead and take a look at it. All right, now we'll go ahead and take those two nuts off each side, and it should drop down into this. All right, there's the second one. And as you saw it drop, so now we can go ahead and pull this up out of there. All right, so there we go. We got the bottom separated from the upper. Here's our upper. You can't say goodbye without saying goodbye to me. All right, Olaf. We'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye, Obo. Bye, guys.